Well, hello once again, and welcome to booksformysoul.com, Meet the Author, where we meet and interact with our favorite authors one-on-one. My name is Polly Mogoremugo, and today I have with me an author that has been with us before. Her name is Faith Koki. Faith has written 3 books. One is a devotional. The second one is a book called What Did God Say? And we had her on this platform a few months ago. She spoke to us about that book, and it was all about how do you know whether he or she, the person you're dating, is the right person. And we have a video of that, which I'll put on the link below. And I'm so delighted to have her back with us today. She's going to speak to us about her third book, You and Your Househelp. Karibu sana, Faith.
Thank you, Polly, for the opportunity.
Wonderful. So Faith is an author. She's a mother. She's a wife. She has a heart. You know, I've interacted with Faith numerous times. I just noticed she has a heart for family, a heart for marriage, a heart for the home. So when she wrote this book, I was so excited to have her back on this platform to speak to us a little bit more about it. So Faith, maybe you can tell us, first, let's start. Why do we need a book about you and your house help, about me and my house help? What do I need to learn?
Thank you, Polly. That's a good question. I think we need to learn about ourselves because I've seen mothers who get disappointed and they're concerned about who is taking care of their children. In a year, you find someone has around 5 house helps.
Right.
Some ask questions: What do I do? How do I retain? And so, also from experience, I wanted to share what has helped me even to stay with the current house help I have over 3 years. And so I think there are things that we need to know as homemakers and as mothers, as we engage support system of a house help to be able to stay with her in harmony, as even she supports and helps us in our work at home.
Yes, you know, I love the subtitle of your book because it talks about creating harmony in the home. And there's another thing you say in the introduction of your book, and you say even honorable women in the Bible like Sarah, and I know even Rebecca, you know, all the ladies that we look up to in the Bible, even the Proverbs 31 woman had a helper in the home, you know. And so it is a good thing to do to have somebody to help you because I believe it helps you focus on the other areas of your motherhood and of being a wife and so on. But I just want to interject here for those who may be watching from outside Kenya. In Kenya, we refer to domestic helpers in the home as house help. That's what we mean when we say house help. It's a domestic worker in the home who helps us with our daily chores. So, Faith, there's something else I saw in the book. You've talked about how to hire. You've told us that you've had your house help now for 3 years. How did you hire her? I mean, how do you drill down on the correct person for your home, the person who will do the chores the way you've asked them to do?
A good question. The first thing, so long as you're believing a child of God, you commit the desire to God through prayer. Through prayer, God will guide you to get one. And also, as you interview them, you're able to sense whether she's the one to really help you at that season or she's not the one. So I think the first step as you look for support system of a house help is committed to God in prayer, pray about it, and now engage. Some people get help that you can get from referral, from the bureaus that help you outsource, from different sources. But once, if you've been praying, God will connect you in one way or another to the right one. So for me, the first step is you pray about it. And the second one, of course, is you do due diligence as you interview them. I've written the steps on how to do the due diligence, the research, and some documents that they can offer you to be comfortable even as you do your research. And above all, we all have there's the inner check, that is peace. As you interview them, as you interact them, before you sign a contract to start, for them to start serving you, there's that check within you. You can be convinced and have that peace that she's the one.
You know, that's amazing. Sometimes as believers, we don't really bring our faith into everything we do. So we like go to church on Sunday, yes, but when it comes to things like I need to hire somebody to be in my house 24/7, we forget that God can actually speak to us. In fact, I believe God is very interested in that person that comes to your home, you know? So, and so I agree with you. And there's a document you've mentioned there just now as you spoke, which I'd like you to talk a little bit more about. You talked about signing a contract, and in your book, I've seen something else. You talked about, I think, something to guide the house help in her daily tasks. Could you speak a little bit more about those two documents?
Okay. So you've heard of cases where her house help leaves home and they go, they report, and you have a case. Some just claim that you were not paying them or you mistreated them, which some cases are true, but some cases are not. They are usually cooked, not really true. So in our current times and generation where there's liability cases, it is good to have just a simple formal agreement where she signs and where you can sign. I'm saying she because most mothers and most women outsource a woman as a house help. Very few outsource a man. And so it's good when you have such a document. I have just a sample of a template that you can just follow with some checklists, and then both of you can sign. That is to avoid things in the future if any claim or liability comes to you. Then the other one is I have like in quotes a home management, a system that helps you to know, for example, in a week, you have a schedule that you can list. Monday she'll be doing this day she'll be doing this, and that will help you in monitoring. Because if you don't have tasks portioned per day and per time, it will be difficult for you to monitor. And also when you be doing appraisal, it will help you to check where she has been doing good, where she has flopped a bit. And also that helps you to ensure that everything in your home is done. That's why if you don't have tasks scheduled, you realize you can forget a given area of a home is never cleaned because it's somewhere hidden, never noticed. But now when you have apportioned tasks in a schedule, that will help her even to have time to rest. Today you're going to do this chore, tomorrow is this chore. So she has tasks, she's focused, she knows what she's doing per day, and that will give you an ease even to monitor what is happening, what has been done, what has not been done.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Now, that is more on the formal hard skills. I'll call them hard skills. What about the soft issues, How do you get this person is more or less a stranger in your home? You've welcomed them. How do you get them to get along with your spouse if you have your husband in the home? How do you get them to get along with the children, get along with other workers, get along with your extended family? You know, because that's so important. What is the one thing we need to do to make sure that there's harmony?
Okay, I think to ensure there's harmony, it is from the foundation. How did you onboard her? I think when you're onboarding her, make things clear, involve her and introduce her to the culture of home. This is how we do it in this home. Also introduce the children to her. Let there be boundaries, how they should respect her. And also let her know that you are the boss. It is not your husband. And you've heard of cases where there has been an affair because of such interactions. So from the beginning, the foundation when you're onboarding, make things clear. I'm your boss, you're reporting to me, you're interacting with me. The children to know their place, you know your place. And if you have adults living within you, they should participate in doing the chores. If they are adults enough, they should participate and do so. Ensure during onboarding boundaries are clear. And also, I like saying, treat her like your sister. Right. And also there's a verse that says, do to others as they would like them do to you. So interact her from that level of, it should be professional, but also there should be friendship. Let her know what is her desires, have interest at your heart, and also see how she can improve and do better. If she's to enroll for a course, let her enroll for a course. So just do to her as you like you for someone else to do something to you. So when you extend love to her, that soft skill, she will reciprocate it back. And if she doesn't, you planted a seed of goodness and kindness, and
Wow.
you will reap.
I love that. You talk about love, extend love to her. And if she doesn't respond, you've planted a seed there. I love that because sometimes you can have someone and they're in their background perhaps. And I've gone through this where you've hired someone and they're good at the task, but when it comes to interaction with the family, it's a little bit difficult. But I do agree with you that if you consistently show love, there's nobody who doesn't want to be loved. So that could break down even walls of resistance. And so I love that. I love what you've shared. Now, there's something very interesting, and I've been dying to ask you this. You said how to serve your house help. What do you mean by that, Koki?
uh, there's a prayer I usually make, and I usually tell God, God, I pray to be a blessing, my family to be a blessing to our house help, as she is a blessing to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are different ways to serve her. And the main one, as I've said, is to love her in different ways. Sit down with her, a vision, look how you can support financially, emotionally in a advisory way. And also, an insurance sector. And so there's a policy called domestic package. It covers household, it covers building, home setup, it covers the building, the contents therein, and also there's a section that covers the domestic worker. So if you're able, within a year is around 5,000 basic amount, around 5,000 Kenya shillings. And so if you can cover her you've had an incident where a house help maybe slid, there was an accident, that cover her that. And also you can help her in getting NHIF for medicals.
Yeah.
Most of these people also have a family. So when they have that, that is a value had given her, and it's a way of serving her. And also sometimes some calls you can just do and serve her when she's seated. You bring her food. That is also a way of serving her.
Wow.
Yes.
So excellent. Wow. For the sake of those watching outside Kenya, the 5,000 shillings is about $40, around $40. And she mentioned NHIF, that is our National Hospital Insurance Fund, which is run by the government and which covers hospital stay and hospital visits. So what you're saying there, Koki, is that let's take care also of her health needs. Let's take care of emergencies that could come up in the home so that we don't find ourselves unable to take care of let's say, an accident or she does something and she's hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yes.
Now, there's so much that we can discuss about having a house help in our home and taking care of them. And I want to refer our audience to your book. It's on booksformysoul.com. And maybe you can tell us a little bit of how much are you selling it for on Books for My Soul, and what else can they learn from it?
Currently, we are saying currently it's 400. So 400 Kenya shillings. So it means it can go high. So it's the right time to get it. In a shell, that book will guide you on all things about house management and also about homemaking. So grab the book. I know it will be a very resourceful resource for you.
Excellent. Wow, that is so good. And thank you for extending that introductory pricing of 400 shillings, which is about $2 to $3. And I just encourage everyone who'd like to know more about how to create harmony in your home when you have a domestic worker living with you. We don't want to be having 5 different domestic workers in a year. It's disruptive to the home, and it shows that there's something we are not managing right. So this is an excellent resource. Please pick up a copy, and I trust you'll enjoy it. Give us one more word as we close this interview.
Okay, thank you. This is a word to all mothers and all makers. I think that is the first ministers at home. I know we have working mothers who work away from home, those who work at home, mothers are stay at home. Whichever caliber of a mom you are, our first ministry is homemaking. When you read Titus 2, it says that be a homemaker at home and love your children. So that is a call for us. How can we make, so this resource is making us be more effective and efficient even in our homemaking, which is a calling, a ministry that God has given us. And it's my prayer that we will find grace in God, even as He helps us to be the best homemakers He's called us to be. Thank
Amen.
you.
Thank you, Faith. You know, whenever I spend time with you, I learn something new, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for taking the time, and we look forward to welcoming you once again, because I know this is not the last book you'll bless us with concerning family and our homes. So thank you once again, and we look forward to the next interview.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Polly, for the opportunity.